India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi has urged Indians to adopt voluntary austerity measures in view of the rising global oil prices triggered by tension in West Asia, with the aim of reducing fuel imports, conserving foreign exchange and promoting self-reliance. In his recent addresses, he made 7 key appeals, which is prioritizing work from home to minimize commuting and also avoiding gold purchases for at least a year, cutting petrol and diesel consumption by opting for public transport, carpooling and electric vehicles, reducing the use of imported cooking oils, shifting from chemical fertilizers to natural farming, preferring Swadeshi products over foreign brands, and minimizing non-essential foreign travel as well as lavish destination weddings. He framed these steps as a collective nation-first effort towards building economic resilience through mindful consumption and self-discipline. With that, let's also take a look at how global media is reporting recession right now. Let's go across to a plasma screen. This is the news from Business Insider. It says Goldman Sachs just dialed back its recession odds on signs of wartime economic resilience. Goldman Sachs thinks the odds of a recession have come down. The Iran war remains unresolved, but the reality is that oil hasn't gone as high as some forecasters predicted, while the US economy remains on solid footing. So as per Business Insider, Goldman Sachs is reporting the US economy still remains resilient despite waging the war with Iran. Let's see how other media portals are reporting. CNBC says it is saying, Whirlpool says Iran war causing recession level industry decline. The shares are down 12%. So Whirlpool shares are down by 12%. Of course, this is being accredited to the war. Whirlpool shares have tumbled Thursday as per the report from CNBC. Also taking a look at how New York Post has reported global recession. Again, says Whirlpool shares have dropped 20%, so from 12% to 20% decline as appliance giant warns consumer sentiment at recession level lows on Iran war. So there are some fears within some sectors that there may be signs of recession. Those reports are contradictory as of now. CNBC also says there's misplaced euphoria. Markets are sleepwalking into a recession amid Iran war oil price shock. So there are apprehensions that the world economy, particularly starting from the United States, may be looking at recession, as some industries, like it says, are sleepwalking into recession. Risk in the credit markets has received a lot of attention in 2026, from fears about private credit stress to the head of the nation's biggest bank, JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon, warning this week about that. Moving ahead now, central banks have also risked a recession by raising rates to tackle Iran oil shocks. This is as per strategists, and the report has been quoted by CNBC. Central bank risks a global recession by raising interest rates in a bid to contain soaring energy costs, as per an analysis. So that's the report that is being put out by CNBC. So we've given you an assessment of how different media organizations in the United States are looking at looming fears of a recession. Let's in fact also discuss this with our economist. Sanjay Gupta is joining us here. Mr. Gupta, thank you very much for joining us. What is your assessment of how the macro economic indicators are looking like as far as the world economy is concerned, and how resilient is Indian economy as of now?
Actually, you see, Indian economy has been performing exceedingly well as compared to the world economies over past few years, and the projections for FY27 are equally good. Even World Bank has improved India's rating and the growth forecast for the year. However, the Iran war is taking a toll on the growth story of both India and worldwide. You see the prices, though at present the crude prices are stable of around 100 to $116. They are not going up as predicted by many analysts. He said $200 will be a benchmark, but overall the prices are stable, but yet the prices are almost 55% up from the prevailing prices before the war. At that time, the prices were around $70 per barrel. This is going to create a cost push inflation worldwide, and India is not. India is also going to suffer from the cost push inflation because the cost of each raw material is going to be higher and higher every day, and going to affect the industries very badly in the coming days. You see, even the rupee is declining day by day. Yesterday there was the biggest fall in recent times of 91 paisa per dollar, and this is going to create a very, very difficult position for our country, considering the declining foreign reserves, and our import bill is going very, very big, considering that we are the biggest importers of the crude oils.
Right.
This is going to create a very bad situation in the coming days, unless and until the truce is announced or the Iran war is over.
Right. All right, Mr. Gupta, thank you very much for joining us and for speaking to us and helping us with the assessment of the markets and the global economy there. America Narayan, former Congress leader and spokesperson, is also joining me in the discussion here. Mr. Narayanan, thank you very much for joining us. Yes, you're not with the Congress anymore, but we've seen how Rahul Gandhi has reacted to the Prime Minister's appeal on adopting austerity measures. How do you react to what the Prime Minister has said and how the Congress party responded to it?
As you said, I am not a Congress spokesperson. I resigned from Congress.
Yes, former we said. All right, I believe we've lost that connection.